What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with another kind of brewing with episode. And tonight, we're going to be trying to, and I've been kind of mentioning this a few times during the last few videos, do this brew where we use Planar Incision. It's something I talked about even during spoiler season. Planar Incision and the prototype cards. So without further ado, let's jump into the first of tonight's brews. Vesuvan Incision. So there's two ways you can go about this, right? My thinking was splashing white so that we could play the Steel Seraph. We could play Void Rend. We could have Loran's Escape, which is great. And, you know, in this case, I've gone with Path of Peril. But I was initially toying around with the other card that we can flicker with in standard right now, Touch the Spirit Realm. So we'll see if you know, which we end up going with in this one, or you know, maybe for version 3. But the plan is a simple one. My thinking was, you know, it started off with just Planar Incision, as I said, which is an instant from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty that says you can exile target artifact or creature, and then it returns to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So if you do that to, for example, a Phyrexian Fleshgorger that you've prototyped, so you've only paid your 3 mana, the next turn you opponent goes to remove the Fleshgorger. Of course, don't forget to let them pay that ward first, so they take a bit of damage. Then, while it's still on the stack, you Planar Incision your own Fleshgorger. It'll come back as its unprototyped version, and you then get an 8/6 Menace Lifelink ward, pay 8 life, which is great just by itself. But my thinking went one step further. What if we had Vesuvan Duplimancy in play when we do that? Well, if that happens, then you created a copy. So you would make another Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Unfortunately, the copy would be a 3/3, won't be a 7/5 or whatever, but still pretty nice. So not only are we trying to do this prototype thing with Phyrexian Fleshgorger, but we're also a Vesuvan Duplimancy deck. So we need, you know, more than just the Planar Incision targeting. It's not enough to have only 4 cards that target sort of our main and only 4-drop, you know, or that synergize with. So that's why we've gone with these 6 little 1-drops here. We've got Undying Malice. If a creature dies this turn, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Works, again, just the same way with all of these prototypes. If they die as their prototype, when they come back, they won't be prototyped, and they'll get the additional +1/+1 counter. And it's another spell that targets the creature, so not only will you get it back, but you'll get a copy if you've got Duplimancy in play. The Shore Up is a hexproof one, but it also gets a little bit bigger. I like that it untaps, so you can catch some people unaware and block with a now bigger Fleshgorger or whatever, and make a copy. Maybe you do it before you declare blockers. Now you got 2 blockers, and you know, one of them's bigger. It's great. And then Loran's Escape is a new one. This one gives indestructible, hexproof, and scry 1. So a nice little spread of different ways of protecting our important creatures, whilst at the same time, you know, creating a copy with Duplimancy. The rest of the deck is just, you know, trying to be streamlined here. I don't know if this is the right choice, just going 4 Void Rends, but it is obviously a very good card right now. Gets through ward, you know, if you're facing down an opponent's big Fleshgorger or whatever, artifacts, enchantments, just gets rid of anything. And we're in the right colors for it, so I thought, why not? But maybe we could spread this out, have some different removal, or go towards a more counterspell route. I really would love to hear your thoughts, and we'll see what I kind of do about that in version 2. But what else? Bankbuster for drawing cards, and we've got one last layer of synergy here with the final card that I haven't talked about in the Hulking Metamorph, which is the blue prototype uncommon, because the proxy isn't too good in this deck. You know, I guess you could cast it, get another one of these targets, you know, get another Planar Incision back from the graveyard, and then target something else again. No. It could be pretty nice. But, and I'm still going to test that, probably in version 3 later on tonight. But so far I've been preferring to have the Hulking Metamorph, which can enter the battlefield as a copy of one of your creatures. So you copy your Fleshgorger, your Steel Seraph, and then you can Planar Incision your now copied Metamorph, and when it comes back, it's a 7/7. Now it's an 8/8. I've had like 8/8 Steel Seraph copies, and you know, because you're Planar Incisioning, you're getting another copy, etc., etc. So then the second copy of the Hulking Metamorph enters the battlefield and becomes a copy again of another thing. I've had lots of Fleshgorgers on the battlefield. Those of you who follow me on Twitter would have seen the post yesterday. It was pretty freaking hilarious. So that's the deck. Very janky, but there might actually be something to this. And yeah, as far as the mana base goes, just a little bit all over the place. A little bit more of the pain lands in the colors that we have the most of, and then 2 ofs of the rest, and then just a full playset of Raffine's Tower. Let's jump into some games. Oh, Krugen. Probably going to do Krugen tomorrow. Oh. What a match between France and England, by the way, for those of you who watch football. Real nail biter. Can't believe Kane missed that second penalty shot. Whew. You must feel like shit. Shame. Okay, so we got 1 Metamorph, 3 lands, 1 Bankbuster, 1 Fleshgorger. Hey, that's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. Malice is nice. It's probably going to be Selesnya and... Ooh, Naya? Okay, tokens of some kind. I'm gonna hold up Loran's Escape. I'm worried about like a borrowed time or something like that. Another land. No Duplimancy anywhere in sight. Well, it's probably going to be rabble rousing. We better draw one of our Path of Perils. Woo! Woo! Should I swing in the air and gain 3? I don't know. Then I can't block and do something like Planar Incision. Let's chill. There's probably gonna be this bloody rabble rousing. What? I wonder what he's gonna pick. Well, he's probably going to destroy target artifact. That's perfect. In which case, I'll just go with Loran's Escape, so we get the Scry. Another Bankbuster, no thank you. We're digging for the Duplimancy ASAP. Okay. Pass the turn again. Still no rabble rousing. I was fairly certain. What I want to do is Planar Incision this Fleshgorger. There we go. And then next turn copy it with the Hulking Metamorph. Nice. Oh no, that won't make a difference, will it? Because it'll be a 3/3. So much mana. Which is great, you know. Ooh. Nice. I think this time we do swing. If he tries with the Wandering Emperor, we're okay. We're pretty screwed because we don't have. If I play this, I'm left with enough mana to Void Rend or Undying Malice. But I'd rather play it for its full cost. Making Power Stones. Void Rend's good if he does play that rabble rousing, which I still think he's planning on doing at some point. If he just top decks Jetmir, we need to be able to like get him. Ooh, that's an interesting uncommon, which I kind of saw yesterday for my first time. I forgot about it. Since spoilers, it's pretty interesting. I think we're gonna Undying Malice. Oh, whew. Just a little worried there for a second. I think that just does it, no? 6 + 8. Oh, you little slimy bugger. Yeah, that's fine. I should have kept that on time. Okay, so. Keep on swinging, baby. Bankbuster, I love you. So cheeky with these sweepers. Ah! Well, I can copy the Bankbuster and be a 7/7. Oh, whoops. I cast it for the wrong amount of mana. That's terrible. And as a creature, your Bankbuster can't draw on the first turn. I didn't have none. That's why. I could have played one more land. But I want to keep these. Oh, dear. There we go. I can save that, I think, quite nicely. Pretty sweet. I've seen people do some weird stuff with the Metamorph. I've seen them copy their Thran portal. So they reanimate that Metamorph with the Thran portal. And then when it enters the battlefield, they copy this. Ooh. Okay, I guess that was the big hit for his rabble rousing, which I still think is somewhere in this deck. Nice. Oh, we're chilling. What a fun game. Okay. Which one does he go for? Obviously the big one, which kind of sucks. So I'm gonna draw a card with it first. And then Planar Incision. Hee hee. Oh yeah, that's on Summoning Sick now. Wow. Floodsville. Not one copy of our main card, Vesuvan Duplimancy. I really wouldn't mind one right now. This game's getting into that, like, super jank territory. Whoa, bro. I think we'll get rid of you. Gladly. We'll get rid of you. Gladly. I'm hoping you're gonna cast the second copy of Dance of the whatever. Now, do these have mana value 2 or less? Or not? Do they retain? Becomes a copy. Enters the battlefield as a copy. So I'll sweep my own Bankbusters if I sweep this board. Okay. Okay. I feel okay doing it, and at least we can test the theory. Yeah. So because they were Bankbusters, they got mana value 2 or less. Okay, Temporal Firestorm down. Good. Except Boseiju in hand is very bad news. So we're just gonna do this. Wait, oh no. Whoops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see if he'll burn this Boseiju on the Bankbuster that's going to attack as Ren in 7. Yes. That means I also... Oh, okay. Get to hold up Shore Up. No, I don't, because I don't have any untap. I'm going to do this. Also gets rid of the Ren. Booyah! even though we had the Duplimancy in hand, we didn't get to do half of the shenanigans. But you can see how, like, I'd like to do a lot of my brews, especially the jankier ones, that, like, there's contingency plans. Like, you can't just rely only on Duplimancy or only on Planar and you know, prototype creatures, because then there's just not enough of those cards in your deck. This way, with a little bit extra cross synergy, if you can't win with the Duplimancy, you can just, you know, you saw we still were able to use all of our save spells and things. Good match, good match. And isn't it interesting how we made that 8/8 Bankbuster creature thing? Okay. Not much going on, but combo pieces in hand. So let's go. Akanai. Can see how we need the sweeper though, just in case. Always, like in every deck, like at least one. Like against aggro like this. Whew. Sorry, Raffine's tower. Order Red is so good right now. Like, I just shred with that deck. Yay. Okay, so we're either top deck sweeper or... Ooh! Oh, yeah. Doesn't get rid of Squee, which is pretty frustrating. I think what we do now is we take out Squee with our good friend here and hope not to die. And then sweep the board next turn if he puts another, like, ooh, little 1/1s and 2/2s. Doesn't have enough to bring back the Squee. Path of Peril, my beauty. I love this Dawith. Ooh, is that it? Are we just dead? Yeah. Oh! You had to do the math. Red deck wins once again. Last one with version 1, and then we're going to switch to version 2. I just kind of really want to do the thing with the Duplimancy. It was so close, that first game. Really good gameplay footage. I really enjoyed it as well, playing it, but didn't really do the full unleash. Bankbuster in every opening hand. That I like. Okay, well, let's clear the... Okay, no make disappears. Maybe there's an abrade. Oh, that hurts. Never. I won't risk my Steel Seraph without having Incision mana open. Or that. Now I could just get countered, but at least if it doesn't... It does look like that kind of deck. Auto. Interesting. In blue-white. Okay, that's great. I got Void Rend. Now we get to hold up Planar Incision. Let's gain some life. Back on top. Booyah. He's got another abrade. Oh my lord, what a crock of shit. Disgusting. Disgusting. Not now, deck. Not now. What? Little white splash? I guess he's running that card that brings back stuff from the graveyard. The new one. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, so we're gonna need a double Void Rend for this bloody dude. Or if we get one more land, we can Loran's Escape. It burns off of the dude. Yeah, I like that better. Got rid of Jin. Still holding Sweeper. Knew it. Second Void Rend to the rescue. That's nice. And we can block with a Bankbuster now. These snowflakes in unranked, guys. Alright, well, the second deck's also Vesuvan Duplimancy. That's kind of what we're brewing with tonight, so maybe we'll get some shenanigans to go off without winning the game first with version 2, where I've cut white. It's just Dimir, which gives us, different decisions to make, because there's no need, we don't have Void Rend, so it's not even up for consideration. So I like to order these at their prototype cost, so we get a better idea of the actual sort of spread. And I like to put Silver Scrutiny up here, because it usually costs it for 5 during the opponent's turn to draw 3. So it's going kind of here. It's another 5-drop with Gix's command. That makes it look a little bit more harmonious. But you can see it's a very similar plan, just minus the white. But we've got the little savey spells. We got the Planar Incision. These are gonna do the thing with the Duplimancy. We've also I cut one Planar Incision because Gix's command can also single target something. Whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single artifact creature. So if you pick mode 1, put 2 counters on up to 1 creature. That's targeting your creature, right? It should trigger the Duplimancy. I haven't tested it yet because none of the other things say target. So maybe if you go the second one with the return from graveyard, then it won't trigger the Duplimancy. Regardless, it's a good card regardless. So spicy one of Gix's command, spicy one of Soul Transfer. Now I'm playing a lot more removal. 3 cut down, 2 go for the throat, 2 Infernal Grasp, 1 Soul Transfer, 1 Gix's command. A little bit more heavy on the removal to try and like push through these victories. And one extra copy target, you know, because we didn't have the Steel Seraph anymore. I brought in the Surge Engine, and we still got the Phyrexian Fleshgorger, Hulking Metamorph combos that I was talking about earlier. I really enjoy, you know, copying the Surge Engine with the Metamorph, and then copying, and just, you know, make them unblockable. This army of unblockable Surge Engines. It's pretty fun. We're drawing cards with Silver Scrutiny. We can also draw some cards with this, but it's quite expensive. That's it. 2 Crystal Grottos, 2 Otawaras, 2 Takenumas this time. A little bit more conservative with the mana base shenanigans, which is the great thing about, you know, playing 2 colors. Let's jump into some games with version 2, and then we can discuss a little bit, you know, what would a version 3 and final version look like that I would feel safe bringing onto the Mythic ladder. Also want to start doing events, like standard events, but they just take so long. I don't always have the time to do a second take or whatever. If something goes wrong, you know, I'm already recording these late at night. But I feel like it would be good content, the type of deck that you can farm events with. It's obviously more important to a lot of people than getting to the top tier of Mythic, because it's just, that really is more of a time thing than a skill thing. Sure. Only because I have the Grotto and because it's unranked. Okay, double Grotto, baby. Okay, the lands are flowing. We got the Duplimancy, we got the Gorgia, we've got a way of triggering it, we've got some removal, which I think we shall use right now on this dear fella over here. Mono red is the worst spell to use Infernal Grasp against, the worst color. Yay! So cool. Top decks are cut down. Woo! So we don't have the sweeper, so I had to go, you know, quite a bit, significantly heavier. And I know that this color doesn't play. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is a disaster. I can't play Fleshgorger and hold up Undying Malice. But I can do that with the Surge Engine. Oh, so bad. It's got trample now, of course. Got a lot more removal in the deck. We just gotta believe in the heart of the cards for a second here. So we anyway only really protecting it a little bit, but and it's getting rid of our one cheap way of triggering the Duplimancy, but we do have Incision. Just followed up with some removal, which would really hurt. It's like play with fire. Oh, whew. Yeah. Sigh. Good game. Mono red. Unranked is just like it's slogging through this, you know, sea of mono red players. It's really good. Just go play it on the ladder. I mean, I guess people could still be just people practicing, or, you know, first time, whatever, or just playing for fun. And everything is fine. It's just... Oh, God. There's already enough on the ladder. Okay, maybe it's an anvil day. I can't say I'm too excited about either, but okay. Yep. This is why maybe the white splash is the way to go. Poor Dimir right now is just... Chill, Winston. Just anvilin. Double anvilin. No luck with the second version, but I'm really feeling it's more like about luck right now than anything else. Just getting a little bit, you know, opponent with god hands and stuff. Oops. So cheeky. Can we sneak a little victory with a bit of life gain and things? That is left to be seen. Let's make sure the mana is good. Yeah, we're holding up the jewels. We have a choice. But I really hope he tries to remove it and we can Undying Malice and then swing next turn with a 8, a what? An 8/6. Usually have like Voltage Surge, that kind of thing. Then we can swing and also hold up Shore Up next turn, you know? It looks like Surge. Voltage Surge, yeah. He's gonna sack one of the little dudes. He's deciding what to sack to the Surge. Okay, so now you let him pay the ward. Then you hit it with the Undying. Hopefully he doesn't have the backup Infernal Grasp. It's the only fuck up here. Okay. Whew. He could have it after it comes back, but then he has to pay 8 life, so I'm marginally happier about that. Oh, don't have another removal spell, please. Like, just looking at that blue mana like, oh, okay. Whew. That's good stuff. He can double block and sack though, which is quite annoying. But he won't expect to Shore Up and then I can untap. Wonder if... Yeah, I think it effectively... If it had Trample, this wouldn't work. But I think Menace... I don't get through for the damage. So he's gonna go, okay, sweet. Now I'm clear to attack. He can't do that same trick with the Epicures. So I'll block one of them. Please swing with the Epicures. Oh yes, baby. Game 9. Go back to 15. Sorry, I forgot to minus that. Yeah. You know what I mean. Uh-huh. And mana for the Planar Incision. This I like a lot. Holy Moses. Ooh. This is excruciating. Come on, opponent, really? Did I scare you off? I mean, I'd love that to be the case, but you can't be salty and unranked. Just move on. Let's give him the shaky fist, angry red man dude thing. Plus, this noise is very, very annoying. Maybe he's timed out. Great. He's back. Third anvil. Smelter. I need to get that Vesuvan Duplimancy, man. Just for one match, please. So he's less incentivized to do the sack thing with the construct, because he's going to think that I'm like proposing the trade, right? I guess he can do it now. I still get another 8A. Watch out. Still no Duplimancy. 4 of in both decks. Played, I don't know, 6 matches or something at this point. How are we doing for time? We've gone well over time. Goodness. Alright, so then let's just go and have a bit of a chat, because the idea is there, guys. I'm telling you, in testing I got some mad results. Whether we want to be putting in the channel card to have another way of flickering our prototypes, or leave in the Path of Peril, is really up to you. Is it worth splashing the white, making the mana base so wonky, and just to have Void Rend and Path of Peril? Could we play this in mono blue? You know, and just play prototype, and I mean, yeah, this guy, the shapeshifter. I'm thinking of trying something like this. Let's do the final thing on the video. A quick little, like, version 3 that I just thought up of in the while I was doing the intro. what's it called, the Shore Up, we would definitely still put the Surge. Then we go for like, I don't know. So my thinking is, you cast the Planar, I mean you cast the Arcane Proxy. You recast the Planar from the graveyard and copy the proxy again. But now this time it's not being cast, so you don't get the thing. But you can copy something else. So you still get to have an Arcane Proxy, but it's not a good target for Vesuvan Duplimancy. Nah. Because then we have the other prototype guy, which is great, the Metamorph. Maybe we put... Terizian here needs to be unearthed. Too expensive. Kind of defeats the whole point of this Planar Incision deck. We need the prototypes, and the blue one doesn't really work with this whole thing, unfortunately, because it's the one that says if you cast it. And I think things like this is the reason why, because you could have created these crazy loops with like, you know, like the one I just mentioned. You casted Planar Incision, then you cast Planar Incision on it, another one enters the battlefield, you get something else from your graveyard, and then... And with Duplimancy, it would have been bonkers as well. So I can see why they didn't go for the blue version. Or, you know, why the blue mythic prototype card, the proxy, has that line of text in it. So I'll just have to leave you with that. I hope, you know, as always, the whole point of this channel, especially for those of you that are new, and you may not know this yet, you may not have been listening to me all these years now at this point, is to stimulate you to brew. Make things that are off meta, explore the whole set, try wonky things. Don't get stuck on like stuff from Untapped all the time. It's obviously great to win, but it's also fun to try and push the boundaries and see what else is available. And I've got more interesting janky stuff lined up for you guys just like this between now and Christmas. Probably going to be doing Azorius, Mr. Krug over here, Kruging it up with Mr. Krug tomorrow. So stay tuned, but that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be seeing you all tomorrow with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.